Ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely happy to be here with you at the launch of the Stakeholder Forum for Decarbonizing Transport, which is being launched as part of the NDC Transport Initiative in Asia project. I must especially commend WRI, which is one of the consortium partners in the project, for their path-breaking role in envisioning and launching this forum, which aims to bring together all stakeholders involved in the clean mobility ecosystem in India. This really is the need of the hour today. The transport network plays a very key role in the economic development of a country by providing connectivity. This connectivity is what facilitates the movement of goods and people and keeps industries and cities running. The need for connectivity assumes prominence at a time when there is rapid urbanization taking place. As per estimates, India will double its urban population by 2050. This massive increase in urban population would put a huge stress on urban infrastructure, including on our transport. There will be a much greater demand for transport within and between cities. We also have to factor in the COVID-19 pandemic, which has presumably resulted in an increase in the uptake of personal modes of transportation due to fears arising out of the pandemic. This has hit the public transportation system particularly hard. Only a few days ago, the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's first major scientific assessment since 2014 was released. It shows unequivocally that global warming is unfolding more quickly than feared and that humanity is almost entirely to blame. This assessment was declared as code red for humanity. Growing population, environmental pollution and emissions and the shift towards private vehicles due to the pandemic, these are all challenges. However, these are also major opportunities for us to fill the void with mobility which is shared, connected, clean, connected, convenient, shared, and continuous. As you all know, the transport sector is one of the major greenhouse gas emitting sectors in the country. Emissions arising from the sector have more than tripled since 1990. Almost 12 to 13% of emissions are from the transport sector, of which roads account for 90%. Roads also happen to carry almost 70 to 80% of freight and passenger transport. Hence, reducing emissions here is important. Almost all of those present here today come from the mobility ecosystem or from doing work in the mobility ecosystem. Private sector companies, startups, multilateral banks and international development agencies, state and central transport ministries, and therefore, you are all already well versed with the initiatives which have already been taken by the government of India or which are in the pipeline. The FAME scheme, which was also recently revised to increase subsidy and further bring down the differentiation between ICE vehicles and EVs, is pushing clean mobility in a very big way. Under phase 1 and phase 2 of the scheme, about 3.71 lakh EVs were supported through financial incentives. Indian rupee 1,000 crore allocated for development of charging infrastructure in the country. 2,636 EV charging stations in 62 cities have been sanctioned, and 1,544 such sanctions have been sanctioned on highways under FAME 2 scheme. Several states have announced targets for EV deployment, including special EV tariff to incentivize EV charging in India. Then we have regional connectivity projects such as the Delhi-Meerut RRTS and Kerala Silver Line project, which will take millions of vehicles off-road. We may see our first e-highway by 2022, whereas initiatives such as the National Common Mobility Card are increasingly making public transport more accessible to the citizens. Indian Railways will become carbon neutral in the next 9 years, whereas over 700 kilometers of metro rail projects are in the pipeline. We now have a PLI scheme for the manufacturing of advanced cell chemistry, batteries, and all of these measures combined will push clean mobility in a big way and pave way for accelerated transport, decarbonization in India. There is an increased awareness of the need for clean mobility among the citizens of India and a wider acceptance of electric vehicles. The demand for e-two-wheelers remained high despite the pandemic, and more EVs were sold in the first 7 months of this year as compared to the whole of last year. And this is despite the pandemic. Recently, one of the companies, Ola Electric, launched two variants of their first e-scooters, and bookings crossed 1 lakh in just the first 24 hours. Today, I'm extremely delighted that many key electric mobility stakeholders, the central and state governments, financial institutions, businesses, OEMs, research and technical institutes, private bodies, civil society, they are all working and innovating to create a favorable EV ecosystem in our country. However, one challenge is that we must break the silos that we are working in. We must all move forward together. The greatest strength in the clean mobility revolution in India must be drawn from the cooperation and collaboration between all stakeholders. This is most critical for our success, as it would lead to encouraging innovation, facilitating greater investment and bolstering adoption. Therefore, in my view, it is the Stakeholder Forum on Transport Decarbonization, which is being launched today as part of the NDC Transport Initiative in Asia, is a defining milestone for the electric mobility ecosystem in the country. It will bring together CEOs, researchers, academicians, multilateral agencies, financial institutions, as well as the central and state government, all together on one platform. This will help in the development of innovative business models, resulting in targeted results and the holistic growth of the electric mobility space in India. It will provide a platform to initiate dialogue exchange between industry representatives, business partners, scientific institutions, and experts from various businesses that are involved in different aspects of electric mobility. I'm very happy to learn that in the 4 years of the NDC TIA project, the forum members will be participating in wide range of activities such as knowledge exchange, workshops, webinars, and peer-to-peer learning programs to jointly discuss and agree on ways forward to decarbonize the transport sector in India. I thank you all once again for coming together as part of the National Stakeholder Forum. I hope that through effective collaboration, cooperation, and convergence, we will all work together to usher clean mobility in India. At NITI Aayog, which is the nodal agency for the NDC TIA project, we look forward to working closely with this forum. I now declare this forum officially launched. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.